class, so that sometimes if somebody wants to do it, and if there is no batch, I can refer them to. So this time I need to systematically review. There is one more person, right? Yeah, Arun Prabhu. Now I can share a screen. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालां पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चात देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे नाम संकीर्तन की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, इसकन फाउंडर आचार्य दिवांग साई प्रभुपाद की जय, जय प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा। I would like to welcome you to the first session. I have taught so many batches of this course, and many devotees in St. Louis who got initiated, they all have taken this course, and we have awarded them certificate, and after that they qualified to get initiated. So today we are going to really talk about how we'll proceed, how we'll do this class, what are the norms and behavior while we do this class. ISKCON Disciple course is designed to set up or set the right mood to those personalities who are aspiring to be initiated in Brahmada Gauriya Sampradaya. So that's our Sampradaya. And each Sampradaya has a particular mood of their bhakti. So we want to make sure that before somebody gives the commitment and is ready to be initiated, they understand what they are getting into. We have seen, or it has been seen in past, that people get initiated, but they don't understand how is their relationship with their spiritual master. What is the role of His Divine Grace Prabhupada, and how we should have our mood towards Prabhupada. They continue year, 2 years, 3 years. We have seen people even drop out. They leave the society because after a few years they thought that, oh, I did not sign up for that. So later, and this course has been in place from last few years, it was decided that this is going to be mandatory course for those who are aspiring to be initiated in Brahmada Gaudiya Sampradaya. Also, this course is going to provide some basic understanding, not very deeper, but some basic understanding. And it's mostly towards your relationship with ISKCON. So today we are going to go through some norms of this course, and it is required for this course that you keep your camera on. You cannot turn your camera off anytime. This course was designed to be taught in person. So when I did this course, it's been many years. It was just a person course in person, and we started on Friday after noon and went until 9 p.m. on Friday, whole day Saturday. And at that time, feast was starting at 5 p.m. until 5 p.m. on Sunday. So 2.5 days almost we spent doing this course. And there are a lot of hands-on and dramas that we have to do. That is why we need minimum 4 candidate. First batch I had 9 because this was first time we were offering the course, but also depending on in how many people are ready to get initiated, we get as many people as we can, but minimum 4 or 5 people if we have, then we can at least get through this course. If there is still somebody who's interested, I personally don't. I just send the email in Sunday Feast email. I personally don't know who is aspiring to be initiated until they reach out and say that Prabhu, I need the letter of recommendation. I would not know that, but if you know somebody who's aspiring, they should definitely start. So
Prabhu,
Mataji, what is the status of Sri Prabhu, Srinivas Prabhu? He already
He's
finished.
yes, he wants to do Prabhuji, but he's busy. And this week, though, yes, he's very sick. Also, he's taking rest. And next weekend, my kids are coming, so he will get very busy with them and with office work and everything. So he said that first you do it, and then I will do it. So at least
So
one person will be
timing,
available.
I see. Okay. So that's very standard problem. One person can do it. But uh, if he can get through it, that will be really nice. If not, then wherever he does, he'll have to spend that time. I remember when Karunanidhi had to do this. Uh, she got it, from Mayapur, I believe, or from Bhaktivedanta, school of higher education, and it was hectic. They give you course, send you everything. They say that 2.5 days you have to watch, and then you have to give the exam, and the exams were quiz. Very difficult. You have to memorize everything. But this one, doing in person, maybe at some point I need to start doing it from the temple, but I need a bigger batch. But let's go through this batch.
Prabhu, somebody can join now.
Somebody can join even 2 class from now.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu. No, there is a, Soumya was in India. She just came last week.
Oh,
So,
Soumya has not done this course. I think she did it, right?
no, I don't think so, bro. I just asked her. She is willing to join.
Oh, she has not taken this course. I thought she's already done. Okay, yeah, she can join. Soumya is definitely.
Okay, bro.
She
I'll
should
forward
be.
the link.
She has been around for a long time, so she should do it. I think Bhaskar Prabhu did it last time, and Santa Mata did also last time. So if there is anybody else, how about Vaishnavi Mataji?
Probably she'll do sometime later, Prabhu.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so next two classes, if somebody is still trying to get into, they can do it. So please find out. So this is mandatory class for first and second initiation. Before 2015, devotee who got first initiation and they had not gotten their second initiation, they had to do this course. Like Priya Devi Dasi Mataji, she came and she did course with us last batch. So if you go for second initiation, then they will ask you that have you finished your disciple course? And if you say no, I got initiated in 2012, they said go and get it. So this course is designed by ISKCON GBC Guru Service Committee. And as I said, the course is designed, ISKCON disciple course, how you could serve as a good disciple to ISKCON. That's the intent of this course. So today is lesson 1, and we are mostly going to see what is the norms of this class. This is going to be virtual class. We are now meeting in person. We'll every Saturday meet for 1.5 hours on Zoom. And then what is the aim for this course? What are the principles and values? What principles and values we are going to abide to? And then what are the contents of this course? And finally, the assessment policy and how you would receive the certificate. So that's all we'll discuss today. But after a few slides, very much I would ask you to unmute yourself and read the slide. So norms and behavior for this class. Please be present for the entire course. And if you want to ask anything, there is a raise hand under your reaction. So you could go there and raise your hand or let me know that you are ready to share something or talk something or ask something. Your evaluation is going to be how you are contributing to this course. We are not going to judge anybody based on your answer, or nobody is judging anybody based on their answer, right or wrong, whatever you have to contribute, you should share and contribute. No side conversation. So definitely here there is no chance, but when we were doing this course in person, there could be some side conversation. No use of mobiles or phone calls, anything during the class. And we'll maintain the confidentiality, making sure that there will be some personal disclosure here also, but we'll not try to talk about it. The 7th point is very important. We'll refrain from borrowing strength from a status or position. So I am here right now just doing this course as a ISKCON disciple course teacher. You should not, many of you know me, you should not, consider that I'm the temple president or I should not be using any influence of being the temple president. We have to just maintain the relationship throughout this course as being the teacher and students. Or you should also not take the strength that I can do that because I am the leader of XYZ department or co-leader of XYZ department. Nothing like that. We are just going to have teacher and a student type of relationship. Soumya Mataji, Hare Krishna, turn your camera on. You'll have to turn the camera on for this course. I'm glad that you are joining. I didn't know that you were not taken this course before. I thought you were done.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. I haven't
I,
like done this course yet. Yeah, this is my first time.
oh, so exercise item number 8 says that we respect the right of the individual to withdraw without stating reasons, but this one, in fact, is not applicable for virtual session because you have only, right now we have only 5 or 6 students, and at least, as I said, I need few number of students so that when you are playing a drama, you can divide the role and you have enough people to play and be part of that drama. So if you don't continue or you decide at some point that I don't want to do this course, then that's going to impact your other colleague who are part of this course. They will be highly impacted by it. 1 or 2% cannot really do drama or, or be, really enthusiastic about this course. So don't drop. And then the 9th one is we'll each accept full responsibility for success in achieving our desired outcome. What does it mean is we are going to teach some concept, but not necessarily that all the concepts will be clear. There might be some doubt, or you might not align, or you might not agree with it. But we show some respect and responsibility to understand that concept so that we can proceed towards the desired outcomes, which means syncing our mood with the teaching of Brahmada Gurya Sampradaya. Will not confront issues or behavior or any people or personality. We are not here to point finger on anybody, and we'll each honor any agreement that is reaching within your discussions. So this is a small batch, but if you have batch of 20 students and you are doing one exercise where you have 4 or 5 groups, it might happen that one group will contradict their outcome, will contradict, and you will see that with the outcome of other group. Then at that stage, we're just going to honor both sides. Whatever team members have decided and agreed as outcome. So these are some norms and behavior of this course. Can somebody read from here? What this course aims for? I would like you to read this one and read slowly so that everybody can understand. Everybody has to participate. So everybody has to unmute and read.
Course aims.
Good.
Oh, no, please go ahead, Prabhu.
The course aims to improve the quality of discipleship within ISKCON in order to promote the long-term well-being of Srila Prabhupada Society and its members.
So that is number one priority, quality of discipleship, which means understanding that what is the meaning of being a disciple, right? And then with that disciple, with discipleship, what is the commitment? So we have our immediate guru, but Srila Prabhupada is Param Guru. Temple that we go to, books that we read to, classes that we hear to, the magazine that we read, the Back to Godhead magazine, most of these, or even the classes that we are hearing from other devotees, most of these teachings are coming from Srila Prabhupada. So, especially when we have a very diverse culture where you have disciples of different spiritual master. St. Louis is a small congregation, but if you go in Dallas, you will see that, oh my gosh, there are disciples of 10, 15 spiritual master. But we all have to know that ultimately they are disciples of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada is a disciple of Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Like that, the chain is going. Okay. So discipleship within ISKCON for well-being of Srila Prabhupada society means understanding that I'm not only disciple of my spiritual master, but I am disciple of my disciplic succession. You know, loyalty to your spiritual master means loyalty to your Param Guru, Srila Prabhupada. Okay, we cannot say that I love my Guru a lot, but I don't have faith in, Many times I hear people saying that, Prabhu, I haven't seen Prabhupada, so I cannot connect with Prabhupada, but I love my spiritual master. But by default, when you say that I love my spiritual master, it goes back to the understanding that we are loving Prabhupada also. So quality of discipleship is very, very important. And one line of thought processes related to a spiritual master, but discipleship also means relationship with juniors and seniors. Discipleship also means relationship with surrounding that you are in, because once we are part of ISKCON, and when devotees are telling you Prabhuji, 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 then anything that we do, ultimately it reflects to ISKCON. Prabhu, you go to ISKCON, you have been, in ISKCON for so many years, and people perceive our society as they perceive you. If you are very strict, very serious, very, God-oriented, then they will perceive that the society is teaching like that. So discipleship is not only your relationship with your spiritual master, but your relationship with the members of your society, with your neighbor, or anywhere you go, anywhere you represent ISKCON, you have to have some degree of code of conduct that aligns with the teaching of Brahmada Gauriya Sampradaya. So is it clear? This is a very important, goal. Quality of, I should underline, quality of discipleship. It's very, very important to understand what is quality of our discipleship. Okay. So anybody, anything before we move to the next aim? You understand the perspective of this statement or intent of this statement? Is clear?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
Okay, so let's read the next one. Somebody please read.
Course aims. We will achieve this by enabling students to understand the long-standing principles of discipleship as presented in the teachings of Srila Prabhupada and the broader Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, and appreciate the unique context in which these teachings are applied within ISKCON.
Yes. So this is another beautiful, objective of this course, aim of this course, long-standing principles of discipleship as presented in the teaching of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada and broader Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, and appreciate the unique context in which these teachings are applied within ISKCON. So, to make this point clear, I can give you two examples. I was doing Bhakti Vriksha, and I had one person. He was coming regularly. I was very devotional, very spiritual. But in purport of His Divine Grace Prabhupada, Prabhupada talks about Varnashram Dharma, Shudra, Vaishya, Kshatriya, and Brahmin. And then Prabhupada gives the example that Brahmin is like head, Kshatriya is like, chest, soldier, and Vaishya is like belly, and Sudras are like thighs. You will see that example. He didn't like that. He said that this is very disturbing to him. Or in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about Guni Bhuta Bhakti, where he says that people who are Karma Kandi, then they move up to Karma Yoga, then they move up to Niskam Karma Yoga type 1, then they go even up Niskam Karma Yoga type 2, and then they're qualified to perform the Anga of Jnani. All of these are presented. And then in 6th chapter, Krishna says that all of these are important, but only my devotee knows me. 529, he says, Yogi Nama Pisarvesam. He says that the topmost yogi is one who is meditating upon me. So presentation of other process is not given because we have to take this process, but the description of other process is given to justify the importance of pure devotional service. Okay, so we have to understand what context it is presented. Prabhupada has never criticized Varnasrama for sake of system, but one should not get hang on Varnashram, rather move up. Sukadeva Goswami, or other Goswamis are saying, Dharma Pumsam, if the Dharma in the living entity does not bring awakening for Bhakti, then Sarmevahi Kevalam. It's just the hard work. It's really hard work. So it's not only Prabhupada is saying that. So in the beginning, when we are, and it has been, it has been seen. There are many examples. People get nervous. People get very, down, they in a very critical mood, because there is length and breadth of scripture that we have still not studied. The essential learning has still not been studied. So just here and there, if you find something, then we should know that I have a limited knowledge. I haven't broadened my knowledge. I still need to invest into this and understand the context that this point is made, this point is made, that point is made, that point is made. Okay, but ashram system is not condemned, but bhakti is appreciated. That's the context. So long-standing discipleship means you should know that there is hope for me. You should know that my bright future is coming, and don't get caught up into the details. Right? Sargrahi. Have you heard? And Bhargrahi. Have you heard about this? How many of you have heard about this term, Bhargrahi and Sargrahi? Have you heard this term, Bhargrahi and Sargrahi? Anybody has heard this term? Yes. So in corporate world also, they say that work smartly. Work as a very smart person. Don't work, heavy. Don't work too much, not knowing what is the result, what I'm going to get at. So Shastra talks about two types of person, Bhargrahi and Sargrahi. Bhargrahi is the one who is drowned into the load, carrying the weight, not knowing what is the purpose of carrying the weight. He just caught into it, just the details are catching him. This is not right, this is not right, this is not, this is not, this is not, and he is marked into that. But Sargrahi is looking into the essence. What is my objective? Prabhupada said that every ISKCON should be engaged in book distribution, engage in sadhana distribution, and engage in Harinam. Okay, these are the teaching. But there are other things. Building has to be maintained. This has to be done. This has to be do. It's all there, and it's all being done. But what is essential objective that has to be looked into? So what is the essence? Example of going through Gunabhuti Bhakti, Pradhanibhuta Bhakti, all of that is there. The details is given so that we can understand the importance of Ananya Bhakti, unalloyed devotion, pure Bhakti towards Krishna. So we should not get caught into details, rather we know that the goal is to know that unalloyed devotion is supreme or is supermost than other details that's given. So that's how we have to be the essence lover. Get the essential points and take that rather than getting too much caught into, okay, so what I have to do if I have to go to forest, nobody's allowing me, how we have to sit, these are the things one can ask, but this is not something that we should be dwelling into, rather getting into what is the essence. Essence is coming to the stage of unalloyed devotion. So there are many examples that can be given. So long-standing discipleship is possible only when you have a broader mind. Otherwise, some point something will happen. Life is not very, linear. It's very non-linear, ups and downs. Light and dark, all of that is there, and something will pull us away. It's very, very important to understand that there are subjects that might disturb you when you are studying. We're not going to study here, but just wanted to give the background. So we should not be getting caught into it. Okay, please read the next one.
We will achieve this by enabling students to apply these principles to form spiritually healthy, constructive relationships with their gurus and senior Vaishnavas, act appropriately within those relationships.
Yes, so now we had our aim. And after that aims, after we know our objectives, how we'll achieve that. So form a spiritual, healthy, constructive relationship with their guru and senior Vaishnava. So Guru is important, and we'll, in this course, we'll hear about two types of Guru: Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru. Diksha Guru is the one who gives us the initiation. But Shiksha Guru is also very important. The person from whom we get Shiksha, we have to have respect. We have to have some degree of, reciprocation is the right word, as we have towards our Diksha Guru. So act appropriately within those relationships. What are those relationships? Path Pradarshaka Guru is not mentioned here, but I'll coin that term, Path Pradarshak Guru, Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. Before we get initiated, right? Before you get initiated, there is somebody who helped you come to ISKCON. There is somebody who is reaching out to you. There is somebody who is giving service to you. There is somebody who is trying that you become devotee. If you ignore that, gone. Something will happen, and it's like water flash off. So we have to give credit to those personalities. They might be serving as a path pradarshak, spiritual master, who, first time this person who gave you the book, a person who asked you that, when we ask somebody, please go for Harinam, not because we want people only, but the intent is also that engage this person in devotional service. Okay, so this is maturity. It requires some degree of maturity to see that, why somebody is even reaching out to me, why somebody is even approaching me. It's not like that is only service, but somebody is trying to engage you. Right? I always see Samaya Mataji is working with Nadia Kishore Prabhu, helping him with the cooking. Well, definitely she's helping with the cooking, no doubt about it. But that one aspect, the broader aspect is that she is engaging in devotional service. And the person who is engaging her, she should have respect for that person. Whatever, however, whatever, that person is doing with you to motivate to act in that service. So that's how we see. And sometimes if one is not understanding that, then you have to forgive. Act appropriately means managing it. Okay, it's kind of management of relationship towards our guru and the senior Vaishnava or the Vaishnava, who are your Path Pradarshak spiritual master or your Shiksha Guru. So not only Diksha Guru is all that matters, but right now in the society, people are all about Diksha Guru. They don't care about senior Vaishnava. They don't care about Shiksha Guru. Nothing matters. So that is not all-round development. All-round development means understanding, respecting seniors, understanding the environment and being respectful for that, adjusting, managing, If I don't forgive people, every day I will have conflict with people. Every day people will have conflict with people. So how you do it? Sometimes you have to back up, sometimes you have to forgive, all of that, you have to manage. There is some degree of management that you have to do to keep your relationship spiritually healthy. And what is the meaning of a spiritually healthy? Working for common goal, common purpose. Okay. Okay, Prabhu, please keep on reading. Finish this one.
The course aims, we will achieve this by enabling students to develop the values and attitudes required of a disciple, cooperatively serve the Supreme and his various representatives to perpetuate Srila Prabhupada's teachings and mission through personal example and instruction.
So it's very clear, right? We have to cooperate right? To serve the Supreme. Beautiful. And his various representative to perpetuate Srila Prabhupada's teaching and missions. So we'll see some of those example here. Okay, so now we are going to see some principles and values. Okay, and we have to we have to remember that. Oh, have I sent you the? Okay, I'll send you the book. I need to send that the PDF copy of for this course, where you'll see all the slides and the material that we are going through. So right after this class, I'll send it. I'll post it to our WhatsApp group PDF copy so that next time you have it. So Srila Prabhupada is preeminent Siksha Guru. That is extremely important value for us. Okay. Srila Prabhupada is our Purva Siksha Guru. Right? Purvacharya we call it. You know. So he is our Siksha Guru. We have not taken initiation by Srila Prabhupada, but we are reading his books. We are going to his temple. The deities are installed by him. All of that is given to us by Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is our Guru. And he is our Shiksha Guru. Okay, then read from there. Read Mataji. Somebody read, please. We have so many slides to go. Reading is good
So,
because that, yeah.
course
Olesian.
principles and values. Number 1, Srila Prabhupada as preeminent Siksha Guru. Number 2, allegiance to ISKCON and Parampara. Number 3, respect for multiple authorities and senior Vaishnava. Number 4, considerate selection of Diksha Guru.
Clear, right? It's very clear. So we have to be very abiding. We have to abide with ISKCON's principle and values and our parampara means disciplic succession. We have to respect the multiple authority system, such as, you have Shiksha Guru. So there are, we'll talk about that. There are two types of authority. One is managerial authority and one is a spiritual authority. Okay. So when we say multiple authority, means managerial and then spiritual. Managerial means that somebody who falls under line of your, management. So they are managerial authority. And a spiritual authority are those who are teaching you, preaching you, giving you spiritual advice, counseling you. You have questions, you call that person and ask, Prabhu, I have XYZ, concern. I don't like this person behavior is not good. I don't understand what he's doing, all of that. Those type of advice that you get it from your spiritual line of authority. Or you can go even managerial line of authority. Sometimes you make a complaint, like if there is child protection thing happening in your society, right? Pradhana Prabhu child protection officer. So he can, if he finds something unusual, somebody doing, unusual bad behavior towards a kid, then he will report to managerial line of authority, vice president, president, or whoever is the immediate, person. So that becomes, your managerial line of authority. But if you have some personal problem in your personal life, I'm not being very focused. My chanting has not been good. I don't feel that I should respect, Su Prabhu. I don't get I don't feel like that he is a person who I should respect to. I don't, feel like that he has all the quality. I'm very disturbed. That type of, advice. Su Prabhu, I can tell his name because I know him, he would not get mad. So that type of advice you go and reach out to your spiritual master, Guru Maharaj, you know, he is my senior god brother, but I don't have respect for him, or I don't feel like to chant. So all of that, I know, respecting the multiple line of authority, we have to understand first what are our line of authority, and there is one session dedicated to walk us through that, and then be very, very considerate about selection of your Diksha Guru. Okay, I'm being recorded, but I sometimes get upset. And people don't know, I don't express, I just, try to, just control my emotion. But like, for example, don't, don't, you know, go and search. Don't, do like, okay, let me ask this person. And then if this person does not give me in 2 months, then I'll go to somebody who will give me in 2 months. This person doesn't give me 2 months, then I'll go to somebody who will give me in 2 months because I want to get initiated in 2 months. That's not the criteria. If that is your criteria, then you are setting yourself on a wrong path. Okay, give some time, listen class to that spiritual master, feel that there is some emotional connection, not because it will change my name, not because I have to wait 5 years or 3 years, nothing like that. First, see if it's heart to heart connection. You are inspired by his word, by his teaching, by his presence, by him as a devotee, right? If those things are there, if you feel like that there is some connection, then you go and ask, and the process is coming in the next slide. So considerate selection means give the spiritual values as a criteria when you are deciding on a spiritual master, not the criteria of how soon I can get initiated, or let's get initiated because it will change my name, or let's get initiated because I'll get more respect. You will see that in next slide it will come. All of these things are if your criteria, then we are setting ourselves for wrong goal, which means very difficult to get success. So do some of those research, make sure that the spiritual master that you are aspiring to, you are really, and it's coming right here, you are really connected to that person. So yes, Mataji, please continue reading.
Course principles and values. Number 5, faith in Guru's instructions. Number 6, commitment to vows and Srila Prabhupada mission. Number 7, exemplary sadhana and conduct and balanced lifestyle. Number 8, inquiry, humility, and service.
Yes, so there are 4 regulatory principles which we are going to get into this course, but 5th one right now, most of the spiritual masters are asking their disciple to do. So they will take the 4 vow, and the 5th one is, once you say that I know no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling, then 5th one, my dear Guru Maharaj, I'm also taking the vow. We say that I will serve the mission of His Divine Grace Prabhupada in the mood of a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. So this 4 vow, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, remember, people remember. But 5th one is also you are taking vow. So that's very important. It's not just flowery word. You're saying that I'm going to serve the mission of His Divine Grace Prabhupada in the mood of a servants of the servants of the servant. So from that day, we should start working on this mood of being the servant. So inquiry, humility, and service, those are the other, things. Then, yes, Mataji, I think it's better if you read. Please go ahead, read it.
Number 9, favorable association, inclusivity, and cooperation. Number 10, cultivation and propagation of holy name.
Yeah. So we do have to seek the association that is going to favor you, but also be very inclusive. ISKCON is a very diverse system. you will see people coming from different background. For example, uh, you can have diversity by sex, by gender, by nationality, or even from one national, there are people from one part of the country versus another part of the country. So if you decide that, okay, I'm going to filter all of this diversity that I have, and I'm going to associate with only those person who are my neighbors, or showing favor to certain person who are close to you. All of that is not good. Okay, it's not cooperation. It's not accepting the diversity. People are coming from different background, different culture. For example, in our culture, men and women normally they don't put hand together when they are in the temple. The perfect example is leg, feet. We by default, doesn't matter who we are, from which part of India we are. I haven't seen any people coming, at least I have not seen, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, putting their feet towards deity. They would not do that. They know that, oh, it's Lord. Or mostly they will think, twice before they do that. But you would see people who are coming from different nationality, different background. Oh, they will just, stretch their leg towards deity, right? So you should not get too upset about it. That, no. That person does not know. That person does not know what you are expecting. So you have to give some time. You have to, softly and slowly work with it. Otherwise, if you become too heavy, that person will not come to your place. You say, oh, this is not a place for me. This is a place for. So this is one of the things that I hear whenever some senior devotee comes from outside. They tell me that create the environment here so that anybody or everybody who comes, they feel like that this is a place for them. Like, for example, Indian takes too much spice. We take too much spice, but American does not. So if you are making the food that is too spicy, that means you are saying, American, that you come on my cost, otherwise you don't come. That's what the message we are giving. So devotee, senior devotee, when they come, they say that, Prabhu, make sure that there is no spice, bring it down. Just something that everybody can take. So these are some of the things that that we have to understand and see in your in the services that you are doing. And then finally, cultivation and propagation of holy name. Everybody has a responsibility to chant their japa, cultivate chanting, and give it harinam or kirtans, or associating with devotee, chanting together. It's not only benefiting you, but it's benefiting others, everybody else, who are hearing the holy name. So, Prabhu, what question you have?
So, Prabhu, for
I'm
um,
almost done. Yeah.
yes. So, what is the meaning of exemplary sadhana that you're talking about here, Prabhu?
So we'll talk about it. And when you take vow, you will say that, I'm going to chant 16 rounds every day on my japa bead and bag. So making sure that you are doing that. Also doing it in a nice way, early morning, dedicate some time to chant, not, while we are driving, not, doing everything else and chanting, whenever I get some time. So exemplary sadhana means sadhana that you are doing as an example that is aligned with the instructions that's given to you by your Guru Shastra and Sadhu. For example, getting up in the morning and chanting some sort of Guru Ashtakam prayer, then many time, or most of us as a Grihastha would not have time to do the full Mangalarti, but at least, in the morning I get up and first thing I do is that Sansara Dawa, go to my deity room and I chant. Then after that I would chant. I would do everything. That's my prayer. I'll chant. Then after that Tulsi prayer, you chant like that, and then you start, chanting your round, finish your round 7 a.m. latest if you can do, finish by 7 a.m. Then after that, if you can get some time, read. If you don't have time to read, make sure that you are listening Prabhupada's every day. First and foremost, we should listen Prabhupada. Sometimes I say certain thing, people will say, I haven't heard about it. I said, but that means you are not hearing Srila Prabhupada, right? So every day hearing half an hour, 1 hour, whatever you can. There are many sources. Hearing Prabhupada's pure devotee words will change our heart. So hearing Srila Prabhupada, and then after that, hear your Guru Maharaj. Then if you get time, hear other devotees, right? So
Yeah.
these are the things, that we have to do. But you would see that people, they don't chant their round in the morning. They will chant whenever they will get some time. They will hear, so many other things on the social media, but they would not hear, their Guru Maharaj. They would not hear, anything that is spiritual, right? And they are initiated. So it's not good. It's not good, You have to have some nice sadhana. Chakri Prabhu most of the time tells me, I ask him, that Prabhu, so many years you all have been serving and living in a small room, so renounced. And he said that, if you stop chanting, then he does other things. But he says that if chanting is not of good quality, then slowly and slowly people start losing taste. And I also personally think that is very, very important. Because if I uh, get in the morning and I try to push myself to get up by 4:15 or so latest, 5 o'clock, 5:15, and make sure that by 7 o'clock my chanting is done. If it's not done, so many, I don't touch my phone. Doesn't matter how I will, don't look at the phone unless until my chanting is done. Doesn't matter whatever it is. I'm sadhaka. My number one priority is bhakti. Bhakti, doing bhakti for myself, doing bhakti that is pleasing to Prabhupada. That is. So those are. So you have to basically have the priority in your life. And what is your priority? What do you want to, get at? And all of that is part of your sadhana package, right? And if you do that, then that would be very helpful for you. You'll feel the taste. You'll feel like that you are on the right path. Otherwise, it'll be very disturbing. Criticism, offense, all of that, fault finding, all of that will grow. Because mind is not a spiritual, mind is still material. It will find the taste in the material thing. So exemplary sadhana will make you very pure, and that has to be regulated and regularly. So
Got
regulate
it.
yourself and do it regularly with some, dedication. That's the meaning there.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Anything? Yes, Somaya Mataji. She's raising hand. She'll ask tough question.
Son of Rahu. I just want to know what is the balanced lifestyle here means.
Where is that?
7 point.
You should know what is balanced lifestyle means. Right? Balanced lifestyle means, I can give you one example. I came to Krishna consciousness when I was married. My wife was in India. I had one son and one daughter. And in India, I came in touch with devotee while I was doing my master. And most of Krishna consciousness I got here in America. But while I was growing up and developing Krishna consciousness, I did realize that brahmacharya is important, being fully renounced is important. But I have family. I have my wife to take care. I have my son and daughter to take care. So don't be pseudo devotee. Pseudo devotee means, I have seen people get very, very, pure devotee syndrome. I call it pure devotee syndrome, PDS. They think that they are the only pure devotee. Everybody else is false devotee. What they do is perfect. Everybody else don't know what they are doing. Those type of people don't last. I cannot, as a devotee, I cannot ignore my wife. I cannot ignore my son and daughter. I have to feed them. I have to give them nice clothing. I have to give them, what they need, because that's my responsibility. So sometimes you would see people, I am done and now I'm becoming devotee. I want to divorce my wife. Don't. These are all bogus. Okay. So balanced lifestyle means understand where you are put into, what situation you are put into. Don't follow. Once Prabhupada was walking and his steps were basically, the marks of his step was coming on the ground that he was walking. Somebody was, putting their feet. Chakri Babu says me there's a story. Prabhupada said, don't follow me. Don't follow me. Don't imitate me. We cannot. Okay. So balanced lifestyle means very realistic. Where I am right now, how much I can do, what can I do, what is good for me. My goal is to become pure devotee of Supreme Personality of Godhead. But where I am put into right now, if I don't work, you become homeless because you don't have money to pay the mortgage. Our teaching, Brahmada Gorya Sampradaya teaching doesn't say you should become homeless. No, it says that yukt vairagya, leave, but think that this is not existing for me. My goal is to engage in devotional service. So that's the balanced life. Broader understanding. Chanting is important for you. Reading is important for you. Associating with devotee. When Sunday comes, you are not in the temple. But you are saying that, I want to be pure devotee. I don't want to, do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to work all of that. No, when time comes, get there. Take the association, chant. So that's the balanced life. Understanding, the broader, aspect of it, and balancing it, conducting your conduct should be, like that. Don't be a bad example. On the name of devotee, if you say, you have, uh, you know, two sons and two daughters, they all are growing up, and you divorce your husband or spouse, whoever they are, and they are suffering. What type of example you are giving to the society? So balanced life means understanding the broader perspective. What are the elements that I must do? What are the elements that nice to have? What is my want? So all of that broader understanding that you have to blend in your personality. Don't become too emotional. Don't become, don't start unnecessarily pretending like, you have become the pure devotee, everybody else is impure, because you renounce everything and you are not working. No, that is bad example to the society. Teaching is not that. Teaching is not that. I can give you many reference. Prabhupada himself was a grihastha. Then he became Vanaprastha. Finally, he took sannyas. As time comes up, I'm in a stage where I should be now preparing myself to be Vanaprastha. My grihastha age is gone. I'm ready to be Vanaprastha. At some point, if Krishna allows, I'll live like a sannyasi. Whatever will happen. So balancing, that's the point. Mataji, is it clear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes. So doing the things which are important for you very nicely, and not unnecessarily trying to pretend somebody else, oh, this Prabhu does this much, but I am doing only this much. So let me leave everything else and I start doing like this much. You do like him for 5-6 months, and then you say that no. Everybody has a capacity. It comes from Krishna. The relationship that person has with Krishna, that's how Krishna empowers. And that's how that person can do. But you have to slowly get there. Don't worry, But keep good association, good intent, slowly, and good goals. Yes, my goal is to be this. I'm not there today. Strive for it. Krishna will empower. So prematurely, not jumping the hoop. Otherwise, your legs will get broken. You will get hurt somewhere. You will lose taste into the process. What it did to me, what it did, the process has done to me in 15 years. So very maturely, very balanced way, we should do it. Clear, Mataji?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, Arun Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
Dandavata Hare Krishna.
So two things, Prabhu. So commitment to vows, number 6, and in the 8th point, service. So what exactly is the understanding here, Prabhu? Commitment to
Which,
vows and service.
so commitment to vow is basically the 5 vows that 4 vows officially will take: no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication.
Okay.
So making sure that we are doing that, and then also they will, I'll serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada in a mood of servants of servants. So that's your vow. So committing to that, don't break the vow. So that also is one of the good example for Mataji that she was asking. That you know balancing means these are the things. You don't have to eat meat. Yes, you don't eat meat, but don't stop. We are not taking the vow to not work, not stop working. People will say so many things. People will say so many things. But but you become mature and understand the bigger perspective, what Shastra is saying. So commitment to vows means whatever you have taken as your responsibility, commit for that. I have seen people that they take service, they do 2, 3, 4 months, they say that I'm done, I did too much, and then they want to change it, they want to move on something. Each and everything, any service that is given to us is very important service. I was dressing Prabhupada when I was in Columbus. I did that when I was in Dallas. I did that when I came to St. Louis. Unless and until somebody stepped up and said that, Prabhu, can I do it? Can you teach me? Can you train me? I want to do it. I said, yes. I decided that, okay, Prabhupada want me to do something else. I did that service. But what I do now, I go and dress the small deities that we have on the altar. So, also, take some service and show commitment to it. Getting on, like for example, I make example, don't get offended, I make a schedule for kirtans, okay, for 4 hours kirtan, 3 hours kirtan. People will not show up on the time, and I send 1 week's back, Prabhu, are you coming? Yes, I'll come, and they don't show up. No, not commitment. No commitment. So these small things are very important, very very important. Getting on time, doing your service nicely, those are the commitment. Whatever service is given to you, do it nicely. Doesn't matter. Slowly and slowly, Krishna will push you up. Whatever Krishna wants you to do, he will let you do. Is it clear, Prabhu?
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
a small thing, for example, you have a service to send the communication message. Make sure that you are sending it on time. Make sure that you are dedicating to it. You are doing it, on very punctual way, in a very organized way. If there is something that you find as a fault, ask someone to correct it. So service, commitment. I have service. I'm committed to it. I'm doing it. I had service before. I committed for it. I did it. So if you have commitment with your service, and if you are very consistent and you are doing it consistently, everybody else is watching you. And they will say that, okay, this person has done this consistently. Let that person do this service. Let this person do this service. That's how it works. If you are not doing your current service, there is no way you can get it to the next step. Nobody will ask you. Nobody will recommend you to go to the next step. So that's how even corporate works. So very, very committed to the vows that we take, which is for evaluative principles, associating with devotee. If you have some service assigned, and if you have committed that I would do it, please make sure that you do it. And tad vidhi panipatena paripasthana sunya udechanti te ganam ganistato darsina. That's what is basically, is point 8 number is saying. This coming from that verse, that inquire submissively, inquire in humility, and whatever comes, whatever comes from a spiritual master, take that and do as a service. My dear devotees, you are part of the disciple course. I'm telling you one secret of success. Okay. Prabhupada gave the credit of all of his success to whom? Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj. Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Maharaj said in the very first meeting that you young man, you look very young. Why don't you take this teaching and give it to Western world? Prabhupada made it heart and soul. So whenever some senior person, in this case is a spiritual master, but forget about a spiritual master, even some senior, anybody who is senior, anybody who is in Krishna consciousness is giving you some service, don't right away say, I don't want to do it. Some instruction that comes to you, not everybody can give instructions to everybody. People are driving, car on the street. Can I say that, stop? Can you come and do this service to my temple? No, I cannot say that. So instructions are given to the people where there is faith. And if somebody is giving you some instruction, if you work on that instruction, Prabhu, I'm telling you, it will bring miracles in your life. It will bring miracles. That's the Brahmada Gaura Sampradaya teaching. Okay. Narada Muni said to Dhruv Maharaj that you go and chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That will, give you Krishna. He did it. Krishna came to him. Okay. So that's how it is. In the instruction and in the dealing, don't see the material aspect. If you see the material aspect, then you are dealing with the material energy of the Supreme Lord. But if you see the spiritual aspect, then you are dealing with the spiritual aspect of it. And that's the credit for you. That's the benefit for you. So that's how you have. I don't want to take this, instruction because he's not qualified to give me. No. It's not like that. Most of the devotees right now who are serving and who are serving on the very big scale, go and see their life. All they have done is that followed the instruction of the peers. So always be subservient. When we say that Tadvidi Panipatena, Panipasnana Sunya, Updachanti Te Ganams, Ganis Tatudarsina. Prabhu, Krishna means Krishna and his associates. Krishna is not alone. Krishna means his devotees also. You will see in this, course, Mam Bhaktya Puja Adhikar, Krishna is saying, my devotees are worth worshipping, and he is greater than me, Krishna says. So don't underestimate devotee, the person who is following the teaching of, Krishna, who have dedicated their life to Krishna. Yes, they have fault, but your duty, your success is seeing at their feet, not criticizing, not fault finding. How can I help? These are the secret of success, and devotee will work with you. They will tell you that you need to be like that. Sometimes, you will see that. So this is what is teaching, that be committed to your vows and inquire with humility. Always have the mood of servitude. Okay, these are the good Vaishnava quality. Anything else? Okay, so this chapter, this course has total 4 units. 4 units we have, and we are going through 14 lessons. So the way I have done in past is that I took 3 hours class every week. So 1.5 hours today and 1.5 hours sometimes tomorrow. Don't be afraid. 3 hours if you give me, then I'm going to have 7 weekend like that. So total 21 hours time I need, which means 7 weekend. 7 Saturday and Sundays I need to complete these 40 lessons, and each session has to be for 1.5 hour, 90-minute session. So today you might feel like that, 90 minutes is too long, but you will see that there will be some drama that you have to play, a lot of hands-on and creativity this course has. So that's what I'm expecting, that you give me 2 days every weekend, which is 2 day. We are doing 130. Again, I'll talk about it, the time and everything else that will work with everybody. But every week you have to give 3 hours commitment, and then I'll go until 7 weekend. Each session, each lesson is designed for 90 minutes. So in one weekend, I can do 2 lessons. Lesson 1 today, and lesson 2 tomorrow. But not today is just the introduction. So today I really, all I did is that welcome and introduction. So 90-minute session for one, and then for second chapter, again 90-minute session. So for each lesson here, I have to give 90 minutes. That's the expectation of the course, 1.5 hours. And I need total 21 hours to complete this course. So I'll count the hours. Even if he'll say that, Prabhu, why don't you rush this one in half an hour? I cannot do that. I have to give the time that is designated. So this chapter has 4 units. The first unit is introduction, theory, and context. And it has 4 lessons, welcome and introduction, that we did today. And then Guru Tattva and Parampara. We have to understand Srila Prabhupada's, his position as ISKCON founder Acharya, and then ISKCON Guruj. Then unit 2 will talk about how to establish our relationship with our spiritual master, and Guru Pad Asraya, how to take shelter of the feet of a spiritual master. And then lesson 6 will talk how to select Guru, how to select the Guru. And lesson 7 will teach us initiation vows. What are the vows we have to take? What is the meaning of those vows? There is wording, there is meaning as such, and then there is deeper meaning. So what is the deeper meaning of those vows? And then unit 3rd is now you are initiated, right? Initiation vow, chapter 7. Now you are initiated. So once you are initiated, then how you are acting in that relationship with your spiritual master. Okay, so your name is changed now. Okay, now you are Atul Krishna Das. Arun Prabhu becomes Atul Krishna Das. So how this Krishna Das now is going to act in that relationship, which means Guru Puja, Guru Seva, Guru Bapu and Vani. Like for example, being disciple of His Holiness Adnan Swami Maharaj, we do not get much time to serve him physically, but we are connected with him through his Vani. Here his classes, we are connected through his disciples. We serve his disciples, senior disciples. Everybody has to do that. Serve your senior god brothers, god sister. Don't find fault in them. Listen them very carefully, or follow their order. And sometimes it may happen that you are not happy in that relationship. So you would say that, okay, I want to renounce my guru. So who to be renounced? What type of guru should be renounced, should be rejected? That also we are going to look at. And then every institute or every temple in US now or all over the globe is a very diverse setup, right? So if you go to Juhud temple, it's not only Indian, it's not only Indian from one part of the India. These are the global place, Mayapur, these are the global place. You have people from all over the place, all over the world, right? So how you are going to cooperate so that you don't create the problem. Like for example, my guru is the only guru. I have only respect for my guru. I don't have respect for other guru, or I don't have respect for other disciples. of other spiritual masters. All of that, could be something that one may think. And then how to, in parallel, as you are working on your relationship with your Guru Maharaj, you have to also develop your relationship with ISKCON as a whole, which means serving the ISKCON body, not only doing the project that is related to your spiritual master, but doing something for the institution, for ISKCON as a whole. It doesn't matter who is your Guru Maharaj, but we have to have some commitment for the institute as such, like many of you are doing it already, right? So that is your commitment to the institute. And finally, we'll round up and have some back and forth discussion. We'll give you some appendices, 10 appendices that you will read. SHB is a student handbook. So I haven't sent that, as I said, as soon as I'm done with this course, the PDF copy, I'll send it to you, but don't share to anybody else. It's only for those devotees who are registered. If you have not registered for this course, go ahead, register that, because I take that form and send it to the Guru Disciple Committee, and they have the database. I have to keep the database that these are the people who are uh, gone through this course, because this is official record, right? Anytime anybody can challenge, why do you give certificate to this person? Because this certificate is very important. This certificate, will let you get initiated. Without it, doesn't matter how qualified you are. Right now, you cannot get initiated. So I have to maintain the database both at the GBC level, who have who have come up with this course material, and also at the temple level, who are the people who got this course done, and are they qualified even? So all of that is that we have to maintain. So please, the charge for this course is nothing. $51 is nothing. If you try outside, they charge $151, $94, something like that. The cheapest of the cheapest, because money is not the point here. This is just my service. Am I getting anything out of this course? Nothing. 1.5 hour talking, did I get anything out of that? Nothing. But I'm just serving you all. It's my service. It's my commitment to this institute. So these things sometimes you have to understand. So that's the course or classes that we have to go through. There are two types of option for the assessment. The first option is you can have multiple choice test and or closed book short answer type, but that one we don't do it. What we'll do is that once this course is done, then I have set of questions, list of questions. I'll just send it to you, and then I'll give you 1 week open book exam. You can go through a student handbook. All those questions are coming from there. You can find the answer, and write that. And in a week, you send that to me. Once I receive your answer back, then I'll get the certificate and I'll send it to you. While you are doing this course or while you are going through the exam, if the initiation happens, and if your Guru Maharaj is saying that, I can only initiate if you confirm that you'll do this course or you are doing this course, then I can give a small letter saying that you are enrolled into this program and soon you'll be qualified to get the certificate. If time comes, if you are rushing to get the initiation. So that's how we'll get through this entire course. Again, here is a scale and marking. So 70% is considered a good score. Okay, 70% open book exam. Most of you will get somewhere around 9 to 8. Excellent to very good. If you really work on it very carefully. If you don't work, then there is a chance that you would fail also. If you are not participating on the classes regularly, if you are not participating and sharing, asking questions, not taking part in the plays that we are going to do, few plays we have to do, all of that, show enthusiasm towards this learning and all of that, that's all is going to be, some point for your score. And then once I decide, finally put all the score together, then you will receive a PDF copy of your certificate, being me as an instructor for this course. The certificate is going to look like that. This is ISKCON Disciple Course certificate. Authorized facilitator is going to be me, because I had to work hard to be, authorized teacher. I had to work with, this team, GBC Guru Service Committee, provide them my credential, my education, my years of, in Krishna consciousness and all of that. Then they decided that, okay, what are the training I have gone through? I have gone through a lot of leadership training, teaching training, and all of that. So all of that I sent, and they said that, okay, we'll let you teach this course. So it was, really something that I wanted to do as a service to devotee. So you'll have certificate like that with your name, whatever name you like to have on the certificate. You can send that name to me, and then I'll add that the certificate. So let's conclude the session today by reading this last slide. Can somebody read?
We have only to execute the order of the spiritual master, preach Krishna consciousness, and follow in the path of the Vaishnavas. The spiritual master represents both Lord Krishna and the Vaishnavas. Therefore, by following the instructions of the spiritual master and by chanting Hare Krishna, everything will be all right.
Wow, secret of success. Okay, so now it's almost 3 o'clock. Anybody has anything that they would like to ask before I ask you for the timing tomorrow? Yes, so Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, what I hear may or may not be true, but now it is also mandatory along with this certification for the IDC. If you have to be initiated with His Holiness um, Radhanath Swami Maharaj, is you have to complete as well reading of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita.
It's
So
not mandatory. It's nice to have. Have you
okay.
heard somewhere it says mandatory?
That's what I'm hearing in Chicago Temple, Prabhu.
Yeah, so here is what happens. Yeah, that's a good point. So I wanted to explain that. Or you want to still ask something? Sorry, I just started answering.
No,
So
that's the question.
GBC requirement is that you have this course completed. Okay, that is the requirement. Now, the temple that you are part of, temple president has to give the letter of recommendation. You cannot get initiated without having letter of recommendation. So the temple management may have requirement, and I am working on it. That's basically one of the service that I'm also thinking about and working on, that the person who we have watched for some time, we have seen the consistency in their service, at least 1 year. That person has done one service very consistently, in a very nice way, in a very pleasing way, creating a very pleasing environment. Then we can write the letter. So if these two things are there, so 1 year service, now I would say that if you go and sell somebody in Columbus temple, they would say, what is this 1 year? Right? So temple management can come up with some other subsidiary requirement to make sure that the person who is going to get initiated has shown some commitment to this institute before they recommend. The temple management can have their own criteria for giving the letter of initiation to somebody, and that may vary. I've seen different types of requirement. Each temple has some requirement. Some says that 2 years of consistent service. Some says that a person who has consistently, like in India, it's even difficult. 5 years you have to wait. Consistently you have to serve under some senior counselor, and the counselor has to make sure that you are doing everything right. By the time you get initiated, you become super advanced. So that's that. Plus, big queue, you have to wait until you get your turn. So each temple has their own requirement, but IDC is mandatory for everyone. On top of that, there might be some other requirements to receive the letter of initiation. Because temple president would not give you letter blindly. The person has to know you. The person has to make sure that you have been coming to temple. You know, you are a candidate who can stick with the movement. You would not disturb the movement. All of that evaluation. That's why in India they have counseling system. In America also there is a system. We call it Pat Padaska Guru. You are part of somebody's Bhakti Vriksha, Bhakti Vaibhav classes, Bhakti Sastri classes, some sort of teaching environment where somebody, some senior devotee is personally watching you, seeing your conducts, seeing your dedication. So for that part, institute is depending on the counselor, depending on your head of department, depending on your people who you are working with, senior devotee management and all of that. But most of the time, we are nice with people. We want people to proceed, and we don't want to be the stopping block for anyone. That's different thing. But there are requirements, and that would vary from temple to temple.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So 3 hours we need for this course. What do you all think about it? Do you think that we can give 3 hours a week? If we don't give 3 hours a week, then we are going to have 14 weeks, which is too long. But if you give 2 sessions every weekend or every week, then we can get it done in 7 weeks. So what do you all think? Just decide. You can share your opinion. I'm fine either way. If you want to finish in 14 weeks and let's do only 1 session, I'm also good with that. If you want to finish in 7 weeks, give 2 sessions every week, I'm also good with that. The timing part, we can figure that out because I was normally doing this course in the morning, Sunday, around 8 o'clock right after Bhakti Vaibhav class, I will do this. But now we go to Sunday feast. So morning time is not the option. The only option we have is that we do sometimes in evening on Sunday for next 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yep.
So what is the opinion? Let's hear from Somya.
I'm fine with Sunday evenings, Prabhu.
So you want 2 sessions?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good to me. Let me stop sharing the screen so that. Yes. What are other opinions? Anjali Mataji, what do you think?
Yes, I'm also good with the 2 sessions, Prabhuji, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes, only thing that Sunday evening, sometimes that's the Laldas Prabhuji's, he's giving those Sampradaya, the lectures on
It's
Sampradayas.
happening on Sunday evening?
Evening it is happening, yes.
Every Sunday?
Not every, but mostly, yes.
Is it a regular class or it's happening? How it's happening?
This is
What is
the
that?
special, he wants us to teach about all the
All the
Sampradayas
Sampradayas,
as a,
right?
as a project, yes. So he did with 3 actually, now maybe 2, 3 are remaining, so yeah.
So what is the time?
6:30 to 8:15.
Okay, so I think then we have to do before.
Yes.
If we start at 5 o'clock and get done by 6:30, because before 5 is difficult for me. On Sunday, normally I come home by 5
Yes.
from temple.
Okay.
So 5:30, 5 to 6:30, if I come by 4:30, I will have to come by early, which is nonsense. Pleasing to my wife. She wants me to come. So if I start at 5 o'clock, 5 to 6:30, we can do. That is possible. That I can do. I think this is a good time for me too. What you
Good.
think, Suprabhu, Pradana Prabhu, Arun Prabhu, what do you all think about it?
I'm
Yes,
good,
Prabhu.
Prabhu. Yeah. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Works, Prabhu. I mean, after the Sunday feast, coming home takes 4 o'clock, 4:15. I don't know. So what time did you say, Prabhu? Sunday evening?
5 to 6:30, I said.
Yeah,
90 minutes.
that should be fine.
90-minute session.
Yeah, that should be fine, Prabhu.
So
good
should
for
we
me.
huh?
So good for me also, Prabhu, for Sunday. Saturday, I think 30 minutes here and there we might have to see, but I'm good with this time as well.
So I can tell you that Saturday time is still open. If you want some other time, you can do it. I mean,
No, this
it's up to you. Yeah, it's totally up to all of you. On Saturday, I can, I can do a little late also. But I think starting at 1:30, getting done at 3 o'clock is good.
Yeah.
So that you can go and do some shoppings also, do some other stuff that you have to do. I have other classes, so I'll be like one after another on Saturday. I do it. You also do it. It's very good. That's how we stay Krishna conscious. Always talking about Krishna, thinking about Krishna, have to do it at some point. So,
Yeah, because home programs might be coming up, Prabhu, in the evenings. So it is good that we do it on
that's
Saturday.
another thing. When Maharaji comes here, then we'll have home programs, right?
Saturdays, but afternoon, if we
Yeah.
do on Saturdays, we are good. Sunday, anyways, we are doing at 5. So I think this time is
So
okay.
1:30 to 3 o'clock, I think will be good, right?
Yeah.
That's why we should not move it late. Good catch. Good catch. I was not thinking about it. Yes. 1:30 is good time. Because I have another, I have classes before this, and then, I have meeting after this in the evening with I have some other project that I'm doing. So 1:30 on Saturday, 1:30 to 3 p.m. and then Sunday 5 to 6:30. So tomorrow should we meet at 5 then?
Yes, bro.
Okay. So it's from tomorrow we'll start talking the subject. Today it was just the introduction and welcome. So from tomorrow we'll start getting into it. I'll send you the handbook. Please keep that with you only. And I also sent the form. At least fill the form, send it to me so that I have it on time. I need that to submit it to the committee so that they know that you all are gone through ISKCON Disciple course and you have certificate. So I have to do that. Okay. Don't drop, please. Otherwise, others will get impacted by it. That's another request I have. It is always good, Many of you have been in the society for a long time. So get it done and you can get initiated whenever you want. You also get initiated and help Prabhupada's mission, It's very important. Okay. So should we finish now?
Yes, right.
वंशकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो